Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is MetagrossMan and today I am your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in season number 3 of the No Bullshit League, and this is our week 1 Wi-Fi battle against the legend, aka Quick, the coach of the Cerulean City Krabbies. If you missed our team builder that went up 2 hours ago, I encourage you to check that team builder out because that will explain the team and the thought process that we had going into our team this week. Major shoutouts to Blue Artemius, I believe. I don't know how to say his name, but his name is Blue. Major shoutouts to him as he is our front office for this season. He helped us finish out the team builder. He helped us finish out the team actually. And then I recorded the team builder. Actually, he edited it after the team builder was recorded, which is why I said that if we do make changes in the team, then I'll let you guys know now, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Before I do any of that, let me make a few points really quickly. Firstly, team builder went up 2 hours ago. Check that out. It should be linked in the description if I have put it in there. 2, this match has no in-game game music, but it does have music in the background. So yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I forgot to tell Aaron. Major shoutouts to him for recording these in Citra, because that is our third point. This is a Citra match. I forgot to tell him to put music in it. He doesn't usually do that, and I forgot to tell him, even though I thought he knew, but that's my fault for a minor oversight. So we're not going to have it for this week, but we will have music for next week, hopefully. There is a Battlers Discord in the description for Wi-Fi battlers like myself. Check that out in the description down below. And yeah, I think that's it. The only other thing that I need to make a note of besides the team is that we are using the Team Rocket background for this. So yeah, major shoutouts to Aaron once again. Check him out. His links are in the description down below. But now let's look at the team. In Team Builder, I believe we had gone with a leftovers modem. So that's the first change. We decided to go from leftovers to Ayapapaberry because it allows me to live longer. It allows me to spread Will-O-Wisp longer because looking at team preview, he's got a lot of offensive threats that I need to get on timers like Serena, Metagross, Dugtrio, for example, just to name a few things. Then, of course, he's got his Mew that I want to get on the timer as quickly as possible. Suicune I want to get on a timer. So you guys can kind of see I wanted to get things on timers as quickly as possible, and my primary way to do that was Will-O-Wisp outside of, Diancie Toxic. But primarily it was Will-O-Wisp, so I wanted to do it that way. So we decided to go with Ayapapaberry instead of leftovers so that I had that longevity, because once I got to below 25% or 20%, whichever it is, Ayapapaberry, it triggered and gave me back 75%, so I got to stay on the field longer. Gengar is as it is. It's still got its it's still got its life orb. It's still got the same set. Hydrogen is exactly how it is. Tornadus is exactly like it is. Ambipom was the next change we made. Ambipom originally had a normal gem fake out acrobatic set, but then we looked at Girder and Calcs because he does have Girder. I want to get that thing on a timer too, but I don't also want to trigger his. I don't want to trigger his guts either. But we looked at Girder in prep, and we realized the acrobatics 2-8 KO is even like Girder, and Drain Punch just destroys my face, and so he basically gets the acrobatics damage back, which essentially makes acrobatics useless. Also, he has Mach Punch potential as well. Mach Punch can 3-8 KO me, so there's really no reason for me to run acrobatics. So we changed the acrobatic set to a fake out frustration set with knockoff and U-turn, and then we put King's Rock over normal gem just to be funny. Diancie is the next and final change in this team. We thought Diancie got Earthquake because Showdown told us Diancie gets Earthquake, but no, Diancie only gets Earth Power. So we changed Earthquake for Earth Power, but Earth Power fortunately still 2-8 KOs Metagross, does 50% minimum to a max HP defensive Metagross, or max HP, max attack offensive Metagross. Still does 2-8 KO through the Assault Vest, 50% minimum, I think 50 to 62% minimum or maximum or something like that. Don't remember the calc, it's not in my head. But yeah, the 36 EVs that were in attack originally have now gone to 16 HP, 8 special defense, and 12 in defense, even though we have a defense decreasing nature. I wanted to make sure I used the defensive EV. I wanted to make sure I used the EVs effectively. But in hindsight, I probably should have just dumped all of them into the special defense. But that's 2020. Now, looking at team preview, we have a Suicune, Sarina, Dugtrio, Coco, Metagross, and Mew. Kind of what I expected him to bring. His Mew could be his Z user, or he could choose not to bring Z Crystal at all. But Mew is the Z Crystal user that he has decided to bring in this entire matchup. Over Coco, I kind of expected him to bring Girder, but he did bring Coco, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I kind of prepped for everything anyway. Because Diancie puts on a lot of pressure with Earth Power anyway. But yeah, so looking at team leads, I told you guys I was going to lead with Rotom because obviously I want to get as much lead pressure with Will-O-Wisp as I can. So, you know. And then he can lead with Sarina, Dugtrio, Coco, Mew, Metagross, or Suicune if he wanted to. He's actually going to lead with Suicune, but I kind of thought he would lead Metagross because he wants to get Rocks up, because that's what I'm expecting his Metagross to be. But, yeah, so he's going to lead Suicune, I'm going to lead Rotom. Let's go ahead and jump on in. So, we are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Legend, otherwise known as Quick. And we do have Team Rocket background, like I said. I think this is the Grunts background, if I remember correctly. But we lead Rotom, and he leads with Suicune. I'm like, okay, this works out for me because I have Volt Switch, and I have enough speed to outpace you because I have 92 speed EVs. I have enough speed to outpace you. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm going to get the burn off, which means that he's now on a timer, and he's instantly just going to go for Calm Mind. I'm like, okay, this is a Crocoon if I've ever seen it. I'm expecting this to be Rest, Sleep Talk, Calm Mind, and Scald, but he's actually not, but we'll talk about that once he reveals more. And so I'm like, okay, well, I can just sit in front of you and just click Volt Switch now, because I am able to clean through a Calm Mind, by the way. This is Calm Mind, I do about 20%, and I don't have any investment in my special attack, so I'm able to 2-hit KO, or like 4-hit KO him with a Calm Mind. He goes for Substitute. I'm like, what is this set? Sub Calm Mind 2 attacks. He's actually Sub Calm Mind 2 attacks. He's +1 special attack, and I need to break his sub. I need to put on that pressure to force him out. So I'm going to fire up the Grass Knot. I am going to break his sub, because I am Choice Specs, so I am able to break his sub. So Substitute breaks, and he fires up the Ice Beam, which means I'm expecting him, which by the way I managed to live through +1 because shout out to Tornadoes. I'm expecting his set to be Sub, Calm Mind, Ice Beam, Scald, sub 2 attacks. His Mind Man takes Burn. He just switches out because, like, obviously you don't want to take another Grass Knot because you will die. He switches into Metagross to take the Grass Knot. Grass Knot is able to do about 30% to Metagross, which means that is an offensive Assault Vest set. Because the calcs show about 30% damage through that. So I'm able to double into Rotom. I'm like, okay, that should be no problem. He goes to Agility. I'm like, oh, that's not Assault Vest. Yikes. That's an offensive Choice Banded set. Sorry. But I was calculating against the Assault Vest set. He doubles out, anticipating the Will-O-Wisp, and doubles into Mind Man. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Hindsight's 2020. I should have just clicked Will-O-Wisp here, or Volt Switch here. But I do click Will-O-Wisp because I would rather attack what's in front of me than make plays at this early in the game. He takes more burn, and at this point I'm able to click Volt Switch because, yeah, I kind of wish I had a little bit more special attack investment because I would have been able to claim the kill at that point, but he lives on about 2%, and the burn is going to kill him, which is fine, so I'm able to double into Ambipom, take the Ice Beam to the face, which is perfectly fine, because I don't have Life Whip, so I don't need to worry about taking damage. The burn is actually not going to claim him because leftovers, so Ambipom is going to claim the kill to the fake out damage. So Ambipom claims the kill on that, which is cool. He goes into Double G, which is a Dugtrio. And Dugtrio, I'm anticipating him to be Scarf Dugtrio because Scarf Dugtrio kind of just rips through my team, in all fairness. He has to be Scarf to outspeed my Diancie, I think? No? Or, no, just Scarf to outspeed my Darmanitan, in case it pressures him with Earthquake. So I'm anticipating him to be Scarfed. I am able to go into Tornadoes, and he is in fact Scarfed, which means he does double out. He goes into Mini, which is his Serena, predicting the grass move beautifully. Does about 10%, which is fine. I'm like, well, I'm choice locked, so I have to switch out now. So I do double out into my Rotom because, again, I want to get the burn off on this thing. And he makes a fantastic play on the next turn. I don't know why he clicks ahead, but I don't know what he was predicting me to click into. You should have just clicked the grass move, but oh well. He switches out from Mini into Wow. Mini into Wow, his Mew, making a fantastic read. Knowing I'm going to click Will-O-Wisp, he actually switches into Mew. And if it's a special Mew, he's not concerned about this burn on him. He's actually able to synchronize, putting me on a timer in effect, putting this into a stall match, basically. And at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I need to be talented. I need to land like 5 Hydro Pumps in the face. He clicks Rock Polish. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. Click Hydro Pump. I do land the first one. Does about 30% or so, which is perfectly fine. He reveals to be leftovers, which means he did not bring a Z Crystal this week. So he takes Burn, which negates the leftovers. I take Burn. I have a Papa Berry, not leftovers. He clicks Soft Boil. So far he's revealed Rock Polish, Soft Boil on his set. This Mew has been and even in prep was a problem. Hydro Pump lands for the second time in a row, which is holy crap. And he gets leftovers and he takes burn damage, so that's kind of fair. I take more burn damage, and we're just kind of sitting here, stalling each other out. He goes to Nasty Plot. So far, he's a double dance Mew with Soft Boiled. He's got Soft Boiled, Rock Polish, and Nasty Plot. And I just kind of have to hope that I crit him at some point, leaving him at 10%. My fourth Hydro, that's either my third or my fourth Hydro Pump back to back, which is really cool. He's fast enough now where the burn's not going to kill him through leftovers, and he's able to Soft Boil it all off. He's able to Soft Boil it all off. He goes right back up to about 60%. Hydro Pump lands for the 4th or 5th time in a row, and I'm able to leave him about 30%. This is 36% after leftovers, but then he goes back to 30% with the burn damage. The burn's kind of wearing me down, and I think the reason why he was stalling it out the way he was he goes Soft Boiled again, was because he thinks I'm Assault Vest Rotom, or especially defensive Rotom, so he wants me to be able to be worn down enough where his Psychic can kill, and he also wants to be able to set up to sweep my entire team, especially Diancie through the 160 special defense. He wants to be able to sweep through it. With the only offensive move he's actually carrying, I take more burn, he takes more burn, leftovers happens, he clicks Soft Boil, kind of sitting here, waiting for me to wear myself down with burn, kind of waiting to see what my item is in a way. He goes up to about 90%, so he's now in a safe position where it doesn't matter. I'm going to click Voltoid because I'm like, you're going to click Soft Boil again. I need to get my Specs Dark Pulse in here to blow you away. He makes the read, and he's like, I'm now in a safe position where I can actually click Psychic in the next turn. After getting leftovers, he's about 80%. So he's now in a safe position where he can just kind of click Psychic and decimate my field, because I calced wrong and thought that Tornadoes would be able to take the hit from where he was at, because I accidentally in the calcs put it in special defense instead of special attack when doing the damage calc, which told me I could live, but Psychic actually did minimum 100%, 101% to Tornadoes, so Tornadoes wasn't going to live that at +2. So I go back to Rotom. He's now safe, and he's in a position where he just clicks Psychic, and he's in my mouth. He kind of just like rips my team apart. So you can kind of see where this is going, unfortunately. He's now getting leftovers, taking burn, but the burn isn't wearing him down fast enough. I'm going to go into Diancie now, Mega Evolve, and try to take a hit. Not that it'll matter, because he is going to be faster than me, because he has a Rock Polish up. I'm going to Mega Evolve to try to take the hit, because I do go up to 160 special defense base, but I don't have any. I have 8 special defense EVs, maybe those matter. Psychic comes out, he's +2, and he kills me with a Psychic, which means he's probably a Modest one. Which, I don't remember exactly what the calc said, but I think he was a Modest variant of Mew, but at that point, even Dugtrio had swept me, so I go into Darmanitan, and it doesn't matter, because Darmanitan is Choice Scarf with enough speed to outspeed Coco, but he's doubled his speed. He's +2, not +1, so Psychic is going to come out at +2 and kind of rip me a new one. So this Mew just kind of sits here and just, yeah, which, you know, and we kind of had figured out that Mew was hard in Team Prep, and I didn't expect to get swept by Mew, but I go to Gengar as a final hope, but Mew is faster, able to click Psychic, and gets 5 kills. So, Week 1 ends in a 5-0 loss for your Texan Clearbodies, and the Cerulean City Krabbies pick up a 5-0 win over the Texan Clearbodies in a fantastic double dance setup sweep fashion. He picks up a 5-0 win over us. Kind of not what I expected. Kind of hard to bounce back, but we will be back for Week 2, so it's fine. So yeah, there was one other thing I was gonna mention, but I forgot what it was. Forgot what it was. Doesn't matter. If I think of it, I'll put it in the description if I do think of it. But yeah, so yeah, we lose 5-0 to the Cerulean City Krabbies, which is a little, but obviously, hopefully, Blue doesn't think that the team prep time was wasted, because that's kind of what that looks like based on how it ended up going. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this first week of the NBSL. We'll be back for Week 2. Until then, my name is MetagrossMan and I am your coach for Texan Clearbodies, and I'll see you next time. Bye!